Right now it is 5:31. We're following this breaking news. Civil rights leader and activist Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. A spokesperson confirming the news this morning. Jackson continuously challenged America to be inclusive and come together to make the world better for everyone, all people. He also founded the Rainbow Push Coalition. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Bill Clinton in 2000. Now, the Jackson family released a statement, and it reads in part here, and I'm quoting, "Our father was a servant leader, not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions, and we ask that you honor his memory by continuing the fight for the values that he lived by." Reverend Jesse Jackson was 84 years old.